Hello everyone, you are welcome back to my channel Dada's Dialogue. In our today's video, we'll be talking about both the advantages and disadvantages of coming as a carer to the UK. Yes, I've once made a video talking about that, and I think it is even my very first video. But I have to take the video down due to the fact that I see that it is not that elaborate. It doesn't give the value or the benefit of coming, as well as the disadvantages of coming to the UK. So that is why I decided to make a new video, to make a comprehensive video on why you should come and why you may decide not to come to the UK as a carer. So please bear with me in case you've watched that video, you really love it, you don't want me to take it off. I'm sorry, I can assure you that the one you will watch in this one, it is going to be better than the very first one. And of course, you'll definitely enjoy it. So when talking about the advantages of coming to the UK as a carer, believe me, there are so many advantages that you cannot even imagine coming to the UK as a carer. And one of the advantages that I will first talk about is the fact that if you are coming to the UK as a carer, your salary at times can even be up to what a registered nurse might be earning. And when I say what a registered nurse might be earning, what do I mean? Coming to the UK as a carer, sometimes your salary may even be as much as what a registered nurse are earning. Take it for instance, nurses working under the NHS. Their average wages is around, let me say, 12 to 15 pounds as a band 5 nurse. Believe me, as a carer, working in a care home, you can get something along that range. In fact, the care home where I work, the carers, the senior carer there, they earn nothing less than 13 pounds an hour. So you can see, this is something a nurse is earning working at NHS. So if you are working in a care home, you can earn as high as 15 pounds an hour being a carer. And this is what some nurses are earning working as NHS nurse and all that. So if you come to the care home, how can you earn what a nurse is earning? For instance, let's say maybe you are earning 12 pounds. Let's even say it on average basis. Let's say you are earning 12 pounds an hour. Just imagine you are able to work for 200 hours, which is achievable, provided you can do the work. Because one thing about care home is that they are always short of staff. They always need your services, unless you don't want to do it. In as much as you are ready to work, there is work for you. So let's even say that on average basis, you are working for 200 hours in a month. Multiply 12 pounds with 200 hours. You will get 2,400 pounds. 2,400 pounds is a whole lot of money here in the UK, most especially as a carer. Earning 2,400 pounds, let's even say at the end of the day, they will remove tax, national insurance and all that, maybe even pension in case you enroll for this scheme. By the time they deduct all this money, let's even say at the end of the day, you are still able to get 1,600 to 1,800 as your basic salary, the one that you take home. By the time you pay all the charges involved, then it is a whole lot of money. Believe me, if I'm to be honest with you, many NHS nurses did not earn more than that in a month as their basic salary, although it does not involve those NHS staffs that do agency work and all that. But what you are earning is up to what some nurses are also earning as a nurse working under the NHS. So you can now see the difference. You can, in terms of salary, yes, I can tell you that you can earn up to what some registered nurses are earning while you are working as a carer. Not only that, another advantage of working as a carer is the fact that every benefit at all that a registered nurse is having when it comes to visa issue and all that, you also have it. This involves, one, you can come with your spouse, your children, and you know what it means. coming with your spouse, your children, it is going to help you mentally to be focused with the work, because what is the advantage of coming to a country or relocating somewhere whereby you as a family man, as a family woman, you cannot come with your family? I mean, it doesn't make sense, all right? So you can come with your family, and this is also what is part of the benefit of coming as a nurse. So you will be issued a visa whereby all your family, your spouse, your children can come. So it is a great advantage. And another part is the fact that, believe me, when you come, your husband, your children, in case you are having a child or children that are a little bit above 16 or even 15 years, that you know that they can do petty job. But if you are not, no problem, your husband can work. And that means that there's going to be multiple stream of income. Just imagine, maybe you are earning £1,500 on average basis. Your spouse is also earning £1,500. Just merge it together. That's £3,000. Believe me, what you can achieve with £3,000 in a month here in the UK is not going to be small. I can tell you that. So while your husband can work, your children can also work if they are above certain age. And not only that, if you have a small kid, another advantage is that they are eligible for funded education, provided they are more than 3 years of age. Once they are more than 3 years of age, they are entitled to funded education. You can take them to any school and they will be glad to receive them and be teaching them free of charge. That is another advantage of coming as a carer to the UK. Another thing is the fact that when you come, if you are a registered nurse in your country, you can easily enroll for the upgrade by simply taking, if maybe you've taken IELTS, you did not pass it, that's the reason why you decided to use the IELTS for the carer role. Of course, by the time you come to the UK, you're already in the system. Maybe it can even help you to be mentally prepared for the IELTS exam. And by the time you pass it, you pass your CBT, you can easily upgrade your certificate. So even if you are here in the UK, another advantage is that you can upgrade your CV, you can upgrade your certificate, and at the end of the day, you can look for another better offer, should in case where you are working does not even favor you or you don't even like it any longer. Nevertheless, please read your terms and conditions in the offer letter before you make such signature, because once you've signed the offer letter, there's no way out. I'm sorry to say, once you've signed the offer letter, you just have to obey the terms and conditions. Otherwise, if you want to leave, maybe, you come as a carer and now you've obtained your PIN as a registered nurse here in the UK, and you now think, no, they are cheating you, or maybe they don't want to upgrade your offer because they think that is not the contract the two of you signed. If that is going to be the case, read the offer very well. If they can upgrade your certificate, if they can upgrade you to a registered nurse by the time you get the PIN, fine. If not, make sure you understand it and you are ready to take everything. Otherwise, by the time you come and maybe you are willing to leave, you will pay huge amount of money in order to default the contract. And I don't think that's going to be financially reasonable for person like us, because the reason why we come to this country is to make money, at least majority of us. So we are coming here in order to better our life, to make more money, and coming to pay the organization again, I don't think it's worth it. So that is just my take on that point. So if you come as a carer, you can easily upgrade your certificate and become a registered nurse. That is part of the advantage, of working as a carer. And another advantage is the fact that you are entitled to free health care. Just like the registered nurse, you are entitled to free health care. You are entitled to whatever they are giving to the registered nurse. So, having said all that, we'll now talk about the disadvantage. Yes, believe me, there's nothing with advantage without disadvantage. And in as much as coming to the UK as a carer has its own advantage, it also has its own disadvantages. So let me start by saying that one of the disadvantages of coming to the UK as a carer is the fact that you are limited in your power. You are limited in your services. What do I mean by that? First of all, as a registered nurse, perhaps where you are coming from, maybe you are from Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe, any part of the world that you are coming from, you understand that in your place of work, that is where you are working currently, perhaps you can treat wound, you can give insulin injections, you can do all sorts of things, medications and all that. But by the time you come here, you realize that there are some wounds you cannot dress as a carer. That is part of the thing that limits your work. You might feel inferior looking at something you can even do, but they are telling you that you cannot do it. And believe me, insulin injection is a no-go area for a carer. You cannot give insulin injection. And as a registered nurse in your previous country, all these things might not be something difficult for you. In fact, it might even be you they are looking up to in the organization you are working. But all for you to come here and they now restrict you, you feel inferior sometimes. So it's part of the disadvantage of coming as a carer. You are limited in options in terms of work at the care home. Another disadvantage is the fact that the salary you will be earning, it is not up to what the registered nurse are earning. Yes, I know that in the advantages, I said you might be earning what some registered nurse are earning. Yes, you can be earning what some registered nurse that are working in NHS, what they are earning, you can be earning something equivalent to it. But you are not and you cannot earn what a registered nurse in the same organization where you are working, you cannot earn up to what they are earning. And it is logical because, those registered nurses are the one taking the lead. They are just like the doctor in a care home because there is no doctor in any care home. So they are the one making decision. They are the one taking the lead and all that. So I think that is what they are paying them for, because at the end of the day, by the time you even realize the work they are doing, you will see that majority of the work that they are doing as a registered nurse is what you do as a carer, is what you are doing. Because in terms of medication, you will give medication. In terms of wound dressing, certain wound dressing, you will do it and all that. So it is almost the same thing, but doing all these things and realizing that the difference between the salary is so huge. Believe me, the difference between a carer as well as registered nurse can be as high as £5 an hour. This is a huge amount of money. Although I don't know how much they are paying because I did not see their pay slip, but in terms of what they pay my wife when she was working as a team leader or a carer compared to what they are paying her as a registered nurse, the difference is much. That is why I can tell you that there is huge differences in terms of the salary compared to what you'll be earning as a carer. So that is another disadvantage, because by the time you see what your colleague who are nurses and you too as a nurse, you think that, oh no, what are they doing that is even more than what you are doing? It may discourage you. It's another disadvantage. And another thing is also the fact that they sign 5 years contract. Just imagine, it may look like something good, but believe me, it is not something good at all. By the time you are in the system, they sign 5 years contract on most occasions, because with some of these agents, they believe that they need carers more than they even need nurses. So because of that, if you are coming as a carer, they want to tie you down. That is the reason why they are signing 5 years contract with you. It also have its own advantage, rather. Don't get me wrong. There is advantage of coming as a carer with 5 years visa, because you know that after the expiry of your visa, you can easily file for your ILR, the indefinite leave to remain, and maybe after a year you can get your citizenship. It has its own advantage. And you know, signing 5 years contract and having that 5 years visa, you are working under one organization, most especially when the organization is a reputable one. You know, they cannot bankrupt, they cannot fold up. It's a very good thing. So because of that, it makes things easier when it comes to taking your ILR. But because of the fact that you know, working with them, and by the time you see better offer, the truth is that by the time you come to the UK, you will see better offers. Maybe as a nurse or even as a carer. By the time you come to the UK, you will see many people that are looking for your services. They already know that you have what it takes as a nurse, as a carer. They know what it takes. And because of that, they want to snatch you off from where you are working. So if you now sign 5 years contract, maybe you are already getting tired of the offer and you are just looking for a way to leave the contract, then you know that it may be difficult. Once again, you have to pay certain amount of money for defaulting the contract, and that is not why you are here. So another thing is the fact that they sign 5 years contract. So we don't need that. It is a disadvantage to the nurses. Finally, one of the disadvantage of working as a carer is the fact that, you know, you work majorly. Even you are coming as a senior carer, you know, the major work of carer is to change someone's pad, is to bathe for someone and all that. You might be thinking of, oh, as a registered nurse, why will I be doing this? But you don't need that. It is not actually a disadvantage. It is neither a disadvantage nor advantage, because be it nurse, be it carer, if you are working in any hospital settings, then definitely you must have changed someone's pad, you must have bathed for someone. It's part of your role, it's part of what you are being trained for as a nurse. So it is not actually a disadvantage, but you know, by the time you come, you see that nurses are not doing that. It is majorly for the carers. Then you might feel like, no, this is not what you are supposed to be doing. But believe me, the fact that you know that you are helping life, you know that at the end of the day, you help save someone's life, you contribute to someone's life, and you know that a time is coming whereby you too, you will become old, you will need services of others to cater for you. Then it will give you the joy, the zeal for doing it. So that is what I can tell you. It is not going to be easy coming as a carer to the UK, because of by the time you are being exposed, most especially if you are a nurse. But if you are not a nurse, you don't have anything to lose at all. Those who are the nurses are the one that might feel regretted a little bit in terms of the disadvantages that I'm talking about. But if you are not a nurse, you are just a carer back home in where you are even coming from, or maybe you are an auxiliary nurse in Nigeria and all that, you know that this is even your role as a nurse. So you feel happy doing it. You know that it is part of your work. But when you are a registered nurse, it may get to a point that it will not go well with you again in terms of the services. So this is what I have for you. Once again, I'm sorry for taking off that video which I first made, talking about the advantages and disadvantages of coming as a carer. But I know quite alright that this video is more extensive and more detailed than the first video that I make, because that happens to be my very first video on this channel. And you know, since I received comment from people that I need to add more humor to my video, so that is the reason why I think there are some of these videos that I'll be taking down, replacing it with new ones. So please bear with me in case you've watched the video, you really love it, you don't want me to take it down. I just don't want to make two videos on the same thing. I mean, it doesn't make sense. So when someone watch the one that is not that good, and the person might just be thinking of, that is how I'm making my videos, because the very first time I started this channel, you know, the nervous, the enthusiasm is not there compared to what I'm getting now, because the fact that I'm seeing many subscribers, I'm seeing comment, encouragement from all of you, it makes me feel happy to do more. And that is the reason why I think I'll be taking some of the old videos, replacing it with new one, whereby you can definitely enjoy it because of the humor and being extensive in terms of the details in the video. And like I said, this is all I have for you in our today's video. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Did you? If yes, and you know that you've not subscribed, then please kindly subscribe. Press that subscribe button, like, share the video, let others benefit from the same information you are benefiting from. And until our next video, when we'll be seeing again, I say one love.